What's going on, peeps? Energies Believer here, and check this out. Today's mission: groundhog exclusion. So there has been a groundhog that has came and taken up residence and has been removed, and now the place where it made its burrow here and over there under the deck, which we'll get to in a moment, needs to be addressed. So in this particular case, this is just simply a concrete backfill job. So excavate a little area here and then fill it in with concrete, and it'll deter any future critters from potentially using that for a residence. Just, straightforward. Some concrete, and here comes the more interesting part of this is this deck. So what I'm going to have to do is remove some soil, a layer of soil here at the base of this deck, so that way I can lay some hardware cloth across there and then bury it, and that will create a permanent barrier to keep any critters from potentially using that for a point of access, and do the same over there. Now, due to privacy concerns, I am not going to video going over there, but in just a moment I'll be right back and show you what I am working with over there. Okay, now I'm on the other side of the deck, and as you can see, have a little low rise there. So of course, again, on this side, just have to dig out some of the soil and just get a piece of hardware cloth across there. I do have one unique point, which is right in there. There's a large rock. It's pretty fascinating, actually. Not necessarily sure, but probably when I get down to this section, I'll bring the hardware cloth in pretty close to here, and then just take some concrete filling across here, which really, I mean, as you can see, not much would ever really get in there. Obviously, it's more of a concern right in this area, but just fill this in to absolutely ensure no critters can squeak under there, peeps. All right, well, that is the mission, and I'm going to get to it because it is time to get the Matic out and do some dirt removal. All right, I'll update y'all here directly. So just a quick update on as far as this little corner goes under the shed here. So just removed a little bit of soil, and using some of the material sourced here from the yard, some of the stone, was able to backfill that in, pack it in nice and tight, and that way I can lay the concrete up against that, and that'll make a good solid foundation for that area right there. Get it filled, covered back up with dirt, and this area should not have any more groundhog or other critter issues. There you go. All right, be back when I have that all fixerated up, peeps. Okay, there it is, all wrapped up on that corner. Everything should be good and tight from here on out. There's plenty of stonework over here, plenty of brickwork that extends beyond over on this point. So really the only point to easily breach for a groundhog would be right in this corner. So there you go, one bag of concrete, and that one is resolved. Now off to get some buried fencing in over here, make sure that nothing can get underneath the deck. So I'll return directly. All right, on to the next step. So for the buried fencing portion, all that needs to be done is remove some of the topsoil here and get you a little depth, mount it about an inch up onto that, and bury it with the remaining portion out about 10 inches, and go across the full length of it, and that'll get that end of it squared away. So there you go, pretty simple and straightforward. I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting the rest of the soil moved and get the fencing cut and be good to go. Catch y'all directly. All right, so this first side of this deck is wrapped up, as you can see. Hardware cloth installed, both ends secured down with some concrete, and then some galvanized stakes just to hold that down. So what happens is Most often when a groundhog or other burrowing critter comes around your property, finds a structure that they're attempting to breach, they're going to go straight up to the wall and they're going to start digging there. So as long as you're back, like in this case, roughly about 10 inches there. So as long as you're back about 10 inches, that'll ensure that they don't have anywhere that they can go to dig and get in wherever they might be attempting to. So next part with this, just get it covered up with dirt and head over to the other side. All right, I'll return here shortly. All right, so there's the final side completed. Same protocol as the other side, just some galvanized hardware cloth, bent appropriately, attached firmly, secured down, and bada bing bada boom. In this particular case, I actually was not going to excavate that rock right there. It's pretty massive, so I just had to incorporate it into the barrier by utilizing some concrete on top of it. Now I will go ahead and get the dirt ushered back into place, and this one shall be done. And yep, there you go. Pretty simple exclusion, pretty straightforward. So hope y'all are doing well. Hope you're taking your skills, helping your family, friends, and neighbors and strangers solve their problems, peep. But more importantly, I do pray you're finding your walk with Jesus. It is a crazy, crazy world out there.